Boom, boom, boom. We are live. Hey guys, at home on Zoom and on Facebook. Welcome on into Power, Power, Power. This is Power 5. So nice, flowy, strong class. Got some funky moves. Lots of work on upper body, on abs. A bit of balance as well to get started with. While we've got everyone here as well, get your calendar out, get your diary out. Christmas party is on December the 12th. It's going to be in the Steel Cauldron. So we've got members' Christmas party on there. So need things to look forward to. So that is going to be awesome. And even sooner, we've got 20th of July, our Christmas, not our Christmas party. Our 20th of July. It's July, isn't it, Jen? June. Yes. This is awful promotion, isn't it? Anyway, we've got our summer party, which is at the farm. So those are both on Facebook, which we'll probably have the correct dates on. So yeah, that's for the members, and lots of fun and activities and hanging out and food. So nice things to look forward to in the coming months. If you're joining us on any of the platforms, you can jump over and to Spotify, and all our tunes are on there. So we've got the links on our rise.co.uk/online, or you can just search for Rise with the One Power 5, and the playlist is on Spotify. Or you can stick on any tunes of your choice, of course. I think that's the main public service announcements. I'm just going to start the Instagram. Always takes a little while. Boom! All right, hi Instagram peeps. We are getting started with power in 1 minute 59 seconds. And if you're in the Zoom room, so you can join us on the Zoom room, which is if you jump into rise.co.uk live. Hey Sophie! That means I get to see everyone, which I get to see you here and here. I get the full surround sound student experience here in the Zoom room. So that means I can see you, you can see me. How is everyone? We all good? Boom. All good. Cool. So yeah, this is Power 5. You don't really need anything except yourself and your mat and a smile. Yeah. Cool. I'm very, very, very excited about this. I've had one of those days where I've been a bit manically marking. I finished it. Huzzah. So I feel like I've earned this. I've earned this Power, Power, Power shakeout. I've been standing at the kitchen counter to try and make it more exciting than working at a computer at a desk. Felt pretty thrilling in the current circumstances. Right, we have got 55 seconds to go. All right, so, yep, make yourself comfortable. Make sure you've got everything you need. If you've got a pooch that likes to join you, get it involved. Send us a photo. All right, and this is Power 5. So feel free to start coming on down to a wide leg child's pose when you're ready. Just going to set the clock off so we're not here all day. And come on down and find your wide leg child's pose when you're ready. So knees out wide towards the edges of the mat, hips to heels. Just taking a few moments, stretching the spine long out in front of you. Just thinking about letting the chest sink down between the arms, the hips release down towards the heels, and finding the breath. Deep inhales and exhales. So you're all super welcome on into Power 5. Just starting off, taking a few moments to find some space in the body and some space in the breath. Maybe seeing if you can start to attach a slow count of 3 or 4 to every breath in. Every breath out. Feeling that breath in the back body and the spine. Letting the shoulders release down the back, the chest release down to the mat. So remember, this is quite a fast, fiery flow. Do just take it at your own pace, modify, rest, adapt as you need. Taking one more deep, full inhale. Exhale. And from there, grounding down with the hands, roll on up and finding your way to a table pose. So we're spreading the fingers out wide, grounding down into the second knuckle, into the fingertips. So really powerful through the hands, squeezing in the core. And from there, straight into cat-cow. Inhaling, letting the gaze lift, drawing the shoulders back, stretching through the chest. Exhale, strong through the core, tucking the tailbone, chin to chest. Really reach and extend, lengthening out through the whole back side of the body. Working there, inhaling, letting the gaze lift. Just stretching and reaching out through the chest. Exhale, strong through the core. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze, 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 lengthen and lift. So we're just starting to articulate the spine, starting to find the breath, using the breath to inhale to lift. Exhale, naturally engaging the core, squeeze and arch. Find that power. One more inhale, opening the gaze, shoulders back. And exhale, from there, tuck the toes, press the hips high, downward facing dog. So remembering our downward facing dog, the fingers are spread out really wide, pointer finger facing forwards, grounding down almost like you're holding onto that with the fingertips, pressing into the second knuckle. That's going to protect the wrists. From there, press as hard as you can with the hands into the mat. Really squeeze the core, lift the hips high, lengthen, maybe firm the upper arms away from the ears so you really start to feel the shoulder blades fan out over the back. Pressing the hips high, maybe a little lift of the quads. That's really going to help you get into your hammies. Or remember, you can also take a little pedal out here if you want to start to walk your dog. Start to find a little bit of extra space down the hamstrings, the calves. So downward facing dog, we're finding space in the back body. We're strengthening abs and arms and shoulders. We're letting the spine hang out and decompress after spending all day holding it up. Just going to warm up here in our little down dog for another 3. Finding the breath, stretching high, inhaling, exhaling 2. And 1, start to walk the feet towards the hands, finding your way into a floppy forward fold. If you want to take a pedal out of the legs again, feel free. Maybe taking a little sway, hands and elbows. Noticing if you've maybe not knocked back onto the heels and seeing if you can move the weight forwards into the toes, lifting the hips higher above the heels, really allowing us to stretch out those hamstrings. Again, we're letting the whole of the spine decompress here. See if you can really release and relax the shoulders and the head. Taking 1 more deep breath in. And out. And from there, ground down with the feet, engage the core, root to rise, lift, stretching all the way up to the sky. Reach, 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 opening through the heart. And exhale, hands to heart center. Step into the front of your mat if you're not already there. All right, let's start to flow. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, strong core, shoulders back, lift. Exhale, swan dive, folding forwards, bending the knees if you need to, hands plant and head drops. On an inhale, find a long flat back, so bring the hands to the shins, squeeze the core, really lengthen and lift. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings. Exhale, refold. Plant the hands, hop, step or jump. Find your way to a plank. Finding that strength in your plank, the fingers are spread out wide, the core is engaged. Pressing super hard with the hands into the mat, maybe shuffling the toes back so you feel the quads start to get involved. Crown of the head forward, holding here for 3. Inhale. Exhale, so start to feel that power, that heat. 2. Maintaining that strength. 1 more inhale. Exhale. From there, use toes, move the body weight all the way forward. Start to bend the elbows, rib cage to the elbows, low plank. Rolling onto the tops of the feet. From there, point the toes, squeeze the glutes, chest reaches forward, shoulders back, up dog. Inhale. Exhale. Flow and stretch and reach up high to down dog. So feel free to adjust the distance between hands and feet. Sometimes moving from up dog to down dog, we just need to have a little play, reset, find that lovely strong position where we can power the hips up high, where we can start to release the head and find space in the back body. Taking 1 more deep, full inhale. Exhale. And from there, bending the knees, looking to the hands, hop, step, jump towards the thumbs. Inhale, re-extend, find that long flat back, stretch and reach. Exhale, fold, relax. Grounding down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extend up tall. And bring hands to heart center. All right, straight into our standing sequence. Right foot grounds, left foot is going to come onto the ankle, the shin, or all the way up above the knee onto the inner thigh, finding a tree pose. Think about engaging the muscles of that standing leg. Almost imagine you pressing the right standing leg back into that left sole of the foot. So we're really activating the muscles of the leg here. We're opening out through the hips. If you want to lift the hands up high, relax the shoulders, feel free. Make sure the core and the abs are switched on for a neutral pelvis. We're opening out through the hips, strengthening the standing leg, the abdominals. Taking 1 more deep breath in. And release the arms, left foot grounds. Make sure the toes are spreading out wide, so we've got an even distribution of weight. Make sure the weight is evenly in the toes and the heels. Taking that foot on the inside of the leg, high, low, medium, whatever's good for you. Press the leg back into the foot into the leg, hands to heart center. Squeeze the core, long spine, maybe lifting up with the arms and softening the shoulders if that's available to you. Deep inhale, feel that inhale, carry and lift the spine. Exhale, soft shoulders, beautiful work. Taking one more deep breath in. And releasing there. Perfect. Ground down with the feet. Inhale, root to rise, lift, extend. Maybe that little baby back bend, stretch. Exhale, swan dive, folding forward, hands plant, head drops. On an inhale, floating the hands to the shins, drawing the shoulders down the back, squeeze the core, stretch out, long, flat back. Exhale, refold, plant the hands, hop, step, jump, plank. Come on down to a forearm plank there. Elbows grounded, maybe interlocking the hands, squeezing in the core, thinking about energizing the elbows into the mat. You're welcome to stay here, or if you're ready, maybe taking a little jacksaw, using the toes, moving the body weight forwards and backwards. Crown of the head reaching forwards, and then slowly stretching back, keeping the hips high, imagining there's one long line from heels to head as we strengthen abdominals, quads, and abs. Working here for 5, inhale, exhale, 4, so just find that lovely flow, 3, 2, and 1. Find your way back up to a plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, lower down through low plank. Inhale, up dog, squeeze the glutes, shoulders back, stretch. Exhale into a downward facing dog. Take some time, reset your dog, find a position that feels great for you, lift and extend. And when you're ready, left foot moves into the center of the mat, right foot rises. Pointing or flexing those right toes, scissoring the legs together, squeeze the glutes, left heel down, right foot to the sky, 3-leg dog. We're just going to hold here for 1 deep breath in, and out. And then from there we're going to flow. So inhale, lift tall. Exhale, drive knee to nose, squeeze the core, working the abs. Inhale, lift and extend, squeeze that right glute. Exhale, drive knee to nose, powering into the abs. One more time, lift and extend, stretch up, squeeze that right glute, and drive knee to nose. Set that right foot down, swapping over, left foot rises. We're going to find our 3-leg dog first, so almost imagine you're drawing that left hip down, squeezing the inner thighs together, squeeze that left glute, right heel to the earth, finding space down the back of that right leg. 1 deep breath in, and out, and let's flow. Inhale, exhale, drive, knee to nose, squeezing in the abs. Inhale, lifting tall, squeeze that left glute, and drive, knee to nose, keeping those hands powerful into mat, remember. 1 more time, inhale, lift, extend, and drive, knee to nose. From there, left foot plant, bend the knees and hop to seated. From there, we're going to take a wide leg forward fold. So taking the legs out wide, remember if you need to have a soft bend in the knees, feel free. I quite like to pick up my bum and actively shuffle onto the sit bones, moving the butt out of the way here. And from there, it might be that you're sitting upright, or it might be that you're able to fold forward. So inhale, exhale, fold forwards. This is the first of many rounds, probably about 5 or 6, so don't worry if you're not at your fullest level of flexibility yet. This is going to be our recovery. We're going to work into this space over time, getting into hamstrings, hips, and lower back. Inhale, lift the spine, extend, move forwards, and then exhale, relax downwards, finding space. 1 more deep breath in, and from there, walk the hands back up, cross the legs, and find your way to plank. So that was round 1. We're going to build from there. Finding plank, use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows, low plank. Rolling onto the tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes, chest lifts, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretching back up to that upside down V shape. Remember, the quads are engaged, the spine is long, stretching out through the hammies, lengthening through the spine. 1 deep breath in, and out. Bending the knees, look to our thumbs, little hop forwards. Inhale, extend that long flat back, stretching, reaching out. Exhale to fold. Ground down with the feet, root to rise, lift, extend. Bring hands to heart center. Finding your tree pose. Weight is into the right foot, toes are spread out wide, left foot comes in, ankle, shin, or all the way up onto the inner thigh. Absolutely up to you. Remember the foot and the leg are pressing towards each other. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core. Maybe lift the hands up high, softening the shoulders. Focusing on finding that lovely length and control through the spine. Nice work for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And 1. From there, the left knee is going to lift. Thinking about finding length and strength. And from there, if you can, we're going to take the left peace sign finger to the big toe, squeeze the core, and start to kick out with that left foot, working on hamstring flexibility. If you prefer just to hold on under that left knee, feel free. Thinking about really kicking and stretching out, squeezing in the core. Lift, 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 working there for 3, 2, and 1. Swapping over. Left foot coming down. Right foot's going to come up into tree pose. High, low, anywhere. As long as it's not on the knee is the aim. Thinking about bringing the hands to heart center. Maybe lifting up with the hands. I'm just going to let someone into the meeting room. So holding there for another 3. So thinking about finding that lift, that balance, 2, long spine, and transition. Letting the right knee lift, thinking about finding that squeeze of the core, long through the spine. Option to stay there, option to hold on under that knee, option if it's available to you, taking your right hand to the right big toe, and starting to kick out, stretch out. Remember, you're engaging the muscles of that standing leg, lifting up, stretching up, working on strength and flexibility. Well done. 3, inhale. Exhale, focus on height and strength. 2, and 1. Right foot meets left, ground down with the feet. Rise, inhale, lift, extend. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, find your long flat back, stretching out. And exhale, plant the hands, hop, step, jump. Find your way to plank. Straight on down to our forearm plank. Remember the elbows are down, squeeze the core. Feel the shoulder blades come apart. Option to start to move into your jacksaw. Using the toes to move the body weight forwards and backwards. Do feel free to come down onto the knees if you need to. Try and stay strong through the core. And remember to breathe. Working here for 5. Deep breaths in. And out. 4, 3. So working shoulders and abs here. 2. Slow, controlled. 1. Find your way to a side plank. So we're coming all the way up onto the hands. Left hand under left shoulder, right hand to the sky. If you need to take a kneeling side plank, feel free. If you can, you're stacking the feet. If you're feeling it, we're going to lift and lower that top leg with control. Really press out with that right foot and find that sense of strength and length down the side of the leg. Working here, working on balance and strength, and maybe getting into the inner and outer thigh of that right leg for 3, 2, and 1. Swapping over. So set yourself up. Right hand under right shoulder, left hand to the sky. Option to be kneeling. Option to hold here. Remember the core is engaged, opening out through the chest. If you can, we're lifting and lowering that top leg. Really feel the muscles of that top leg engaged. So flexing or pointing that top left foot will really help activate those muscles and feel the outer and inner thigh get involved. Working here for 3. Inhale. Exhale, focusing on stability, the breath. 2, and 1. Find your way back to a plank. Using the toes, move the body weight forwards, lower through low plank. Rolling onto the tops of the feet, squeeze, a lift, up dog. Exhaling your way all the way back to a downward facing dog. Remember, you find that lovely strong position. Make sure you feel comfortable. Fingertips are pressing into the mat, second knuckle pressing into the mat. Left foot into the center of the mat, right foot rises, straight into our knee drives. Inhale, exhale, drive, knee to nose, squeeze the core. Inhale, lift, extend. Exhale, drive and squeeze that knee to nose. 1 more time. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Squeeze the right glute. Drive knee to nose. Stretch all the way back to 3-leg dog, and then let the right heel come to the bum. Left heel is pressing into the mat. We're stacking the right hip above left. So it's a scorpion leg dog. We're starting to find a lovely sense of spiraling through the right side body, stretching out through the right side body, opening up through the hips. Make sure you've maintained strength in both hands and the core engaged. Deep inhale. Exhale. And then right foot meets left. So straight back to our down dog. Left side, when you're ready, make sure that shoulders are strong, the core is engaged, left foot rises. Inhale, lift, 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 squeeze that glute. And drive knee to nose, work the abs. Inhale, lift and power that left foot high. And driving knee to nose, squeezing the core. 1 more time, lift, 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 stretch. And drive. From there, left foot lifts, left heel rotates towards the bum, right heel to the earth. Scorpion leg. So we're starting to press both hands hard into the mat. Left hip stacks above right. So really feel the body opening here. Maybe starting to feel a little bit of stretch in the hips and the quads. Deep inhale, reach out. Feel both sides of the body lengthen. For another 3, inhale. Exhale, 2. And 1, left foot meets right. From there, look to the thumbs, bend the knees, hop, cross the legs, and find your way into a seated position. Wide leg forward fold. Legs out wide. Remember, you can take a bend in the knees if you need to. Inhale, lift and stretch up here, focusing on length in the spine. Exhale, start to fold forwards, lengthening forwards. I quite like to have my hands behind me as I do this so I can focus on lengthening the spine, or you can also reach the hands out in front of you if that feels comfortable. Inhaling, exhaling for 3. So this is a recovery. We're stretching out. We're going to move into ab sequence here. 2 and 1. Walk the hands up, finding your way to a bound boat. So strong through the core, taking the peace sign fingers around the big toe, lift up through the chest, and from there we're going to start to kick out with the legs, squeeze the core. If you need to hold on around the backs of the legs instead, or plant the hands, do rock on. The whole point of this is we are getting into the abs. This is the beginning of our core sequence. Squeeze the core, lift the chest up, draw the shoulders back, let the chest reach forwards, and we're getting into hammies as well. Working here for 3. Inhale, lift, 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 stretch. Nice work. 2 and 1. Fantastic stuff. Find your way back to plank, round 3. Using the toes, move the body weight forwards, lower through low plank. Inhale, point the toes, squeeze the glutes up, dog. Exhale, all the way back, down dog. Let's go. Bend the knees, hop to hands. Inhale, extend and stretch out. Exhale, refold, relax. Grounding down with the feet, reach, 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 lift and lengthen. Hands to heart center. Off we go. So tree pose, right foot down, left foot up. Remember, above or below the knee is fine. Just make sure you're not on that knee joint. The feet and the leg are pushing towards each other. Hands to heart center, hands to the sky. Deep inhale, feel the crown of the head lift. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Just one more deep breath in. And out. Awesome stuff. And from there, we're going to bring the left knee out in front of us, squeezing in the core. Remember, you can hold here. You can hold on underneath that butt of the left knee. Or if you're feeling it, taking the left peace sign fingers to big toe, starting to kick out, stretch out. Don't worry if you can't fully straighten the leg. Just focus on that lift, that engagement of the standing leg. The right quad is engaged. Wherever you are, we're strengthening that standing leg. Working here for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And 1. We're going to take that to the other direction. So we're going to sweep that left foot out behind us, finding a warrior 3. The body is coming parallel with the mat. So one long line from that left toe all the way to the crown of the head, steering the left hip down, engaging the muscles of that standing leg. Almost imagine you're drawing the right hip back and in towards the midline. Strong through the core, working here for 3. Inhale, lengthen and lift. 2 and 1. Float to standing with control. Grounding down with that left foot, toes are spread out wide, right foot comes up, high or low, your choice. Hands to heart center. And maybe hands to the sky. So firm up that standing leg, lift the quad, press the left foot back into the right, lift, 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 inhale, exhale, 1 more deep breath in, and from there we're just going to release that right foot out in front of us, squeeze the core, holding there. Remember, you can hold on underneath the leg, or maybe taking the right peace sign finger to the big toe, squeeze the core, lift, 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 and then start to kick. Stabilizing by engaging the muscles of that standing leg, squeezing in the core, shoulders back, working on flexibility and strength for 3. Inhale. Exhale. Start to think about that transition. Warrior 3 next, T-shaped balance. 2 and 1. Release that right foot and start to seesaw out over that left leg. So remember that right hip is steering down and the right quad and the glute are engaged. The left quad is engaged, the core is engaged. So we're really firming up the lower half of the body and then stretching out, lengthening the spine. Crown of the head forwards, toes point back, deep breaths in. And out, strengthening the standing leg, working on balance and abdominal strength for 3, 2, and float to standing. 1. Well done. Ground down with the feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, long flat back, stretch out. Exhale, plant the hands, hop back, we're in a plank. Down onto our forearms, holding there, or take it into your jacksaw. Using the toes, move the body weight forwards and backwards, focusing on power in the back body, strengthen the core, maintaining that integrity, that line of energy from heels to head. Working here for just another 3, 2, and 1. Come up onto the hands, finding side plank. Left hand under left shoulder, right hand to the sky. Option to plant a foot, option to come to a knee, option to start to lift and lower that top leg. Really focusing on energy and power there. Working here for 3. Deep breaths in and out here. Find that strength, that control. 2 and 1. Straight onto the other side. Right hand is planting, left hand is lifting. Focusing on that lift through the hips, maybe energizing that left leg and starting to lift and lower it. Remember, you can take an option, focus on that strength, make sure the chest is opening, hip above hip, shoulder above shoulder for 3, 2, perfect, and 1. Find your way back to a plank. From there, we're going to drop straight down onto the forearms, coming into a forearm dog. So elbows are down, hips are high. So we're making upside down V shape. You're welcome to hold this forearm dog, or if you're feeling you're going to shoot the body forwards, dolphin dip. So we're moving from a forearm dog to a forearm plank. See if you can touch the chin down on the mat in front of you. Really feel that power. Squeezing the core to control that transition and feel the shoulders start to fire as we work here. Working here for just another 3. So dolphin dip, squeezing the core. 2. 1 more. And find your way to a plank. From there, we're in high plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows, low plank. Rolling onto the tops of the feet, squeeze the core, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, set yourself up. Take a moment, find that lovely strong position. Remember, the fingertips are pressing into the mat. The quads are engaged. Left foot grounds, right foot lifts high. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, drive knee to nose, squeeze the core. Inhale, lift and stretch, right foot high. And drive knee to nose, strong abs. One more time. Inhale, lift, 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 and drive. Right foot rises here, right heel drops down towards the bum, left heel to the earth, pressing both hands as hard as you can into the mat, focusing on lengthening and stretching out through the side body, opening up through the quads and through the hips. For 3, inhale. Exhale, keep that sense of length through the back. 2 and 1. From there, we're going to move that right knee to the right elbow, and then to the left elbow, and then to the right. So we're just going to tap, tap, tap. See if you can tap each elbow, moving with control. Really strong work for the abs here. For 5, slow control tap of right knee to left to right elbow. 3, 2, and 1. Great stuff. Stretch your way back to a down dog. Reset. Left side, left foot rises. Lift, lift, lift. Squeeze the glute and drive knee to nose, powering into the abs. Inhale, lift, extend, stretch up, and drive knee to nose, strong core. One more time. Inhale, power up, lift up, and drive. Left foot rises, left heel comes to the bum, left hip is stacking above right, lengthening out through the side body, feeling that spiraling motion as the left hip starts to stack over right, stretching out, reaching out. Make sure you're still pressing into the left hand, working here for 3. Inhale. Exhale, find that breath. 2. And slowly floating left knee to meet left elbow, and then taking it over to the right. As much as you can, make this slow, make this controlled. See if you can carefully tap, tap, tap. Nice work. Hanging in there at home, looking great. Working here for 3, 2, with control, and 1. Nice work. Back to down dog. From there, hopping to seated. And we are taking both legs wide. Wide leg forward fold. Hopefully a little more heat in the body, a little bit more space. Inhale, lift and stretch. Exhale, start to slowly creep forwards, lengthening forwards. Remember, if you're feeling a little tighter, you might still have your hands behind you. If you're feeling pretty limber, do feel free to take a bind, entirely up to you. Stretching out for 3, inhale. Exhale, 2. 1 more deep breath in. And out. From there, walking the hands back up, finding the sit bones strong through the core, lift up and find your bound boat. Remember, you're squeezing in the core, stretching out through the hips, thinking about the chest reaching forwards, the shoulders back. Well done. For 3, inhale. Exhale, 2. And 1. From there, we're just going to bring the knees together, lower back down to the floor, hands behind the back of the head. Inhale, exhale, opposite elbow to knee. Nice and easy bicycle crunch. We're thinking about taking the elbows wide, keeping the chin to chest to protect the lower back, making sure the core is engaged, the lower back is pressing on the floor, and trying not to wiggle the hips from side to side. Inhale and exhale into that twist. Working with the exhale on that twist is really going to help us power up into the abs. Working the obliques and the lower abdominals for 5. Well done. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rock up and over. Round 4. We're smashing through it today. Find your way to plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows, low plank. Rolling onto the tops of the feet, squeeze the core, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Straight in, bend the knees, hop to hands. Inhale, find your long flat back, extend. Exhale, relax and fold. Grounding down with the feet, root, rise, lift, extend and stretch up. And bring hands to heart center. Let's go, tree pose. Right foot grounds, toes are spread out wide. Left foot is coming onto the inner thigh, above or below the knee. The right inner thigh presses back into the left foot. The hands rise if you're ready. Deep inhale. Exhale, well done. Taking 1 more breath in. And out. And from there, release the hands. Left foot rises strong through the core, holding on underneath that left leg for a lovely hammy stretch, or maybe taking peace sign fingers to the big toe and starting to kick out, stretch out, keeping the core strong, extending up the spine. Remember, the right quad is engaged. Working here for 3. Start to think about that warrior 3. The left foot comes out behind us. 2. And 1, release the left foot, extend out, stretch out. Make sure the right quad is engaged, that left glute is engaged. The spine is really extending and lengthening, stretching out into a T shape, long through the back body. 1 more deep inhale, exhale, and then folding forward. So we're going to fold into a standing splits, bending that right leg if you need to. Let the head and shoulders relax. Left foot rises. You can have a slight external rotation through this left hip if you need to. Either holding here, or if you're ready, inhale, exhale, drive the knee into nose, squeeze the core, working the abs. Inhale, lifting up, stretching up, and drive, squeeze the core, knee to nose. 1 more time, inhale, lift, and drive. From there, left foot meets right, ground down, inhale, root to rise, lift, extend, back up, and hands to heart center. Let's go. Left foot grounds. Make sure the toes are spread out wide. The quad is engaged. Right foot comes up, tree pose. Left leg presses into the right foot, hands to heart center. Maybe rising up, soft through the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Start to think about that next pose. Start to visualize it. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And right knee is going to lift up, strong through the core, focusing on stabilization through the abs, maybe taking the hand underneath that underneath the right knee, or maybe starting to kick out with holding onto that big toe. Lift up, stretch up, thinking about the spine, working here for 3. So it's a warrior 3 next. Start to think about that transition, making it smooth. The right foot's going to swing out behind you. 2. And 1, flow that right foot out. Catch that balance when the body is parallel with the mat, steering the right hip down so right and left hip are even. Squeeze that right glute, point the toes. So pointing or flexing the right toes is really going to help us find stability and length down that lifted leg. Working here for 1 more breath. Deep inhale. Exhale. And then fold forwards, folding the body down over that left leg, thinking about kicking that right foot up high, focusing on lengthening the spine, so stretch out and release. Holding, or if you're with me, let's take some knee drives. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drive knee to nose. Inhale, power and lift that right foot high, and drive knee to nose, strong core. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, drive. From there, right foot meets left, bend the knees, group and lift and stretch up. Inhale. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, long flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, hop, step, jump, plank. Coming down, forearm plank, option to hold or option to start to enjoy that lovely little jigsaw. Thinking about squeezing in the core, using the toes to move the body weight forwards and backwards, feeling that energy down the back body. Working here for 5. Slow and controlled. 4. Well done. 3, 2, and 1. So from there, coming up onto the hands, side plank, left hand under left shoulder. Remember, you can take a variation. If you can, you're lifting that top leg up, maybe taking leg lowers. Working here for 5 with control, opening through the chest, feeling that lift through the side body. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand plants, rolling onto the other side. Left hand lifts, set yourself up, option to hold, option to modify by dropping a knee or planting both feet, and maybe starting to lift and lower. Squeeze the core, focus on the breath for 3, well done, looking great. 2, and 1, it's dolphin dips next, so come back to plank, drop both elbows down, hips are high, you're in a forearm dog, elbows down, deep upside down V shape. Holding if you need to, or if you're ready, we're going to move the body weight forwards and backwards. See if you can get the chin right past the knuckles. Squeeze the core. Feel the abs and the shoulders work together to find control as we move between a forearm dog and this forearm plank. Working here for 3, 2, and 1. From there, find your way up to plank. We're going to find a panther. Knees hovering underneath the hips. We've got a little bend in the knees. So it's like we've got a table pose with our knees off the mat. From here, this is a funky new pose. We're just going to throw in, and we're just going to take a little bend of the elbows. So a little pulsing panther. We're really going to fire up the quads here. It's a little bend of the elbows and up again. So it's like a little panther press up. Really strong, fiery move. Working here for 5. So the elbows just a little bend and up. 4, or you can hold. 3, 2, and 1. Find your way to plank. Use the toes, move the body weight forwards, bend the elbows, low plank. Rolling up, up dog. Stretch your way back, down dog. Hanging in there, we've got a little break coming up soon. Spread the fingers out wide, throw those hips high, right foot rises, straight into our knee drives. Lift, 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 inhale. Exhale, drive knee to nose. Lift and power that right foot high, and drive on in again. One more time, inhale, lift, and drive. Right foot rises, right heel comes to the bum, spiraling the body open, pressing both hands hard into the mat, stretching out, scorpion leg. Taking just one deep breath in, and out. And then flowing that right knee to meet the right elbow, and then to the left elbow. See if you can tap each one with control, focusing on stability here for 5, 4. We've got a pigeon coming up soon, so there is a little rest. 3, 2, and take pigeon. Right knee behind right wrist. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure the knee, ankle, hip are in alignment. The hips are square, and we're stretching down there. Nice work. So nice little bit of recovery here. Worked the lower body quite hard with all those balances. So starting to find some space now. Soft the shoulders, long through the spine. Just taking one more deep breath in. And from there, walking the hands back up, tucking the toes, stretch back, down dog. Let's do it all again. Left side. So left foot rises. Inhale, lift, extend. Exhale, drive that knee to nose. Really powering in the abs. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. And drive, squeeze, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lift, extend, and drive, knee to nose. Left foot rises, left heel comes to the bum, left hip is stacking above right. Right heel is coming to the mat. Thinking about powering those hips high, starting to open out through the hips for 3. So our scorpion leg dog, 2. And carefully transition. Left knee comes to left elbow to right elbow. Slow tap, tap if you can for 5. Strong core, shoulder blades coming apart, 4. Pigeons up next, 3, 2, and careful pigeon. Left foot down, looking over that right shoulder, knee, ankle, hip in alignment, squaring the hips and taking that little forward fold. So quick little bit of recovery, stretching out. We've got abs up next. So breathing long through the spine, letting the chest relax. Taking one more really deep full breath in and out here. And from there, walking the hands up, tucking the toes, stretch back, reach back, down dog. Hopping straight to seated, both legs out wide, wide leg forward fold. So inhale, ground, find the sit bones, move the body forwards, and then downwards. Trying to breathe into this. So inhale to let the spine lift and extend. Exhale, move forwards and relax into that space. Just taking one more deep breath in. And out here. And then walking the hands back up, find your way to a bound boat. Remember, you can hold them around the backs of the legs if you need to. If you can, you've got the peace sign fingers around the big toes. You're squeezing, stretching, lifting up here for 3. Deep breaths in. And out, 2. And 1. Knees together, lower back to the floor, hands behind the back of the head, chin to chest, inhale. Exhale, opposite elbow to knee. Squeezing the core, feeling that rotation from the waist, making sure the hips of the lower back are staying strong. You're lifting one shoulder and lifting the other. Inhale and exhale. Work that crisscross on the exhale. Working here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower back is on the floor then, knees, legs extending in the air, chin to chest. We're going to reach for the toes, squeezing the core, static hold here. So we're just going to reach up, hold it, hold it, hold it, working here for 5. Squeeze the core. Make sure it's the abs that's doing the lifting, not the neck. It's that contraction of the front side of the body that is doing the lifting. 4, lower ribcage moving to the hips. 3, should really feel like it's starting to burn. Lift, 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 contract. 2, and 1. Awesome stuff, nice work. Rock and roll, up and over. Off we go, round 5, plank. Lowering through low plank. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling, stretching all the way back down dog. Bending the knees, hopping to hands. Inhale, find your long flat back, reaching out. Exhale, relax and fold. Grounding down through the feet, root to rise, lift, extend. Hands to heart center. Awesome work, team. All right, let's power up. Right foot is grounded. Make sure the toes are spread out wide. We're finding tree pose, high or low with that left foot. Right inner thigh presses back into the left foot. Hands to the sky if you're feeling it. Focusing on length and that sense of strength. Taking one deep breath in. And from there, releasing the arms. Left knee lifts. Start to think about that careful transition. Taking the hands underneath that knee, pulling it in for a stretch. or maybe taking the peace sign fingers to the big toe, kicking out, stretching out, stabilize that standing leg, feel the quad and the glute engaged. Working here for 3, working to a warrior 3 next, 2, and 1, release the left foot, extend the left foot out behind you. 1 long line, squeeze that left glute, point the left toes, steer the left hip down towards the mat, stabilize that right quad, long spine. Standing splits next, working 1 more breath here, inhale, exhale, and fold. Folding down over that standing leg, you can bend that standing leg if you need to, kick that left foot as high as you can, either holding here or knee drives, inhale, exhale, drive that left knee to nose. Inhale, lift and stretch. And drive, squeeze the abs. 1 more time. Inhale, tall with that left foot, and drive. From there, the left toes are going to shoot all the way to the back of the mat. You're coming into a lunge. Ground down with the feet, lift on up. Find yourself in a lunge. Just adjust if you need to stabilize. And then we're going to bring hands to hips. We're going to lower and squeeze, lift through that back leg, working quads and glutes. 2 more. So lower and really strong squeeze on up. 1 more time, little lower. And squeeze to lift. Step forwards, nice work. Left foot grounds, right foot is coming up, high or low, your choice. So this is our final round, so find that lovely strength. Inner thigh presses into foot, foot into inner thigh, shoulders down the back, long spine. Taking 1 deep breath in. And from there releasing, right knee lifts, strong core, option to hold, option to take that peace sign finger around the big toe. Thinking about lifting and stretching out. Shoulders back. Think about that next pose, warrior 3. 1 more deep breath in. And out. And transition with control. Right foot out behind you, steering the hips down. Really lengthening and stretching out. Inhale, draw the toes and the crown of the head away from each other. Exhale, hold. 1 more deep breath in. And out. And when you're ready, folding down. Folding the body down over that left foot, right foot rises, lift, 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 stretch, inhale. Exhale, drive, squeeze the knee to nose. Inhale, lift, extend, kick up. And driving in, knee to nose. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And drive, knee to nose. From there, the right foot's going to shoot all the way back, left foot at the center of the mat, rising and up, finding your way into a lunge, adjusting if you need to, left knee over left ankle. You can hold if you want, or take the hands to the hips, 3 knee drops. So we're going to lower, and then squeeze. Really feel that power in the glutes as you come on up. 2 more. Slow lower, and powerful. Squeeze your left strong core. Make it controlled. 1 more time, little lower. Squeeze, and squeeze on up. Step forwards with control. Well done. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long flat back. Plant the hands, hop, step, jump, plank. From there, we are coming down to our forearm plank, and we're just going to rock forwards and backwards. This is our final round, so if you're tired, remember this is the final time we're going to do it. Hang on in there, working here for 3. Strong core, remember, elbows powerful into mat. 2. And 1 side plank. Left hand under left shoulder, rotating open, right hand rises. Option to flex or point that right foot and lift and lower the top leg. Working here for 3. So really extend with that top foot. 2. And 1, second side. Right hand under right shoulder. Any variations of your side plank, hips up high. Maybe lifting and lowering that top leg. Moving with control for 3. Deep breaths in and out. 2. And 1, dolphin dips back to plank. Drop both elbows down. Upside down V shape with the elbows down. We're going to move from our forearm dog to our extended forearm plank. Chin is moving right past the knuckles if you can. Make those movements controlled for 3, 2, 1. And from there, find your way to a plank. We're coming into shoulders, into quads. Working here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch back, down dog. All right, final little bit of fire here. We are going to spread the fingers out wide, bend the knees, look to the thumbs, kick the bum, donkey kicks. If you just want to take a little pulse and movement forwards, a little bolt exercise instead for a low impact option, sending hips to heels and rolling into plank, feel free. Or you're taking a dog, bending the knees, kicking the bum. Great little prep work for handstand. A little bit of fun, really fiery as well. Working here for 5, any variations. 4, press hands hard into mat. 3, 2, and 1, roll into plank. We're almost there. 4 minutes to go. Plank, low plank, up dog, down dog, straight into it. Find your down dog. Left foot plants, right foot lifts. Inhale, lift, and drive knee to nose. lift and extend, and drive, squeeze the abs. One more time, inhale, exhale, drive. Right foot lifts, right heel into the bum, scorpion leg. Just one deep breath in, and out. And then we're going to take the right knee to the right elbow, to the left elbow, working there for 5. Tap, 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 4. Working the abs, 3. Pigeon next, 2. And pigeon. Right knee behind right wrist, looking over your left shoulder, left knee, ankle, hips slide out behind you. Stretching out, shoulders relax, breathe. Deep inhale, exhale. Just taking one more deep breath in, and out. And from there, walk the hands up, plant the left hand, whip the right foot behind you, press the right hand up high, squeeze the glutes, wild thing. Little flipped over plank, little back bend, just taking one more deep breath in. And out, find your way back to a down dog. Left side, let's go. Left foot rises, lift, 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 and drive knee to nose. Lift and power that left foot up high, and drive on in, strong abs. One more time, lift, and drive. Left foot rises, left heel to the bum, scorpion leg, powering up high with the hips, opening up through the quads. Working here, just one deep breath in. And out, and then off we go, elbow to elbow, strong through the core. 5, moving with control. 4, pigeon up next. 3, 2, and 1. Left knee behind left wrist, sliding the right knee, ankle, hip out behind you, stretching out long. We're so close to the end now. Stretching out for 3, inhale. Exhale, 2. Running that lovely space in the hips. Wild thing next. One more deep breath in. And out. From there, right hand is going to plant. Right toes tuck. Whip the left foot behind right. Left hand lifts. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Opening out through the heart. Lovely little wild thing. Far little back bend. One more inhale. Lift and extend. Exhale, back to dog. Bend the knees. Hop to seated. From here, we're going to move straight into our bound boat, strong through the core, finding the sit bones, lifting up, stretching up. We're stretching the hamstrings as we open through the hips and strengthen abs. One more deep breath in, and out, and then lower back down to the floor, chin to chest, opposite elbow to knee, squeeze the core, twist, 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 working our bicycle crunches, working abs and obliques for 5, chin to chest, 4, 3, 2, 1, legs in the air, arms in the air, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Really squeeze those abs as hard as you can. It's a static hold. Make sure the chin is to the chest. Make sure the shoulders aren't reaching. This is all about the abs. Working here for 5, 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Release the shoulders. Legs stay high, and we're just going to take little crisscross legs to finish. So little flutter legs. We're just moving laterally, like we're drawing little X's in the air as we lower the legs up and down. If you prefer, just take a normal leg lower, feel free. Make sure the lower back is on the floor here, so we're working the abs and avoiding any strain of the lower back. Final little bit of abs for 5. We're very close. Final 60 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome stuff. Give yourself a little squeeze, little stretch. Left leg is going to extend. Hug the right knee in. Draw the right knee across the body. Extend the right arm away. Just taking a deep breath in. And out here. And then just swapping over. So quick little mobilization the other way. Right foot extends. Hug in with left. And take that little twist. Right hand to left knee. Drawing the left foot and knee across the body. Left arm away. Quick little stretch out there. Deep inhale, exhale. From there, just give yourself a little squeeze, little stretch, a little wiggle, and then rocking your way up to seated there. Finding the sit bones on the mat, letting the spine be long. And when you're ready, inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just taking one more really deep, full breath in. And out. And have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks for joining, everyone at home. Well done. Thanks for joining on Insta and on Facebook. Everyone in all the places.